Yes, very good afternoon to all. I hope I'm audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good afternoon to all. Uh, okay, let me share the screen first and then we'll talk of the activity that we need to undertake. Let me see. Okay, so please tell me if you are able to see the screen that I just shared with you.
It's visible, sir.
It's visible, I guess. Yes, good. Okay, now we were reading this article that is talking about a product and how it is launched. And we did discuss briefly about the way it developed. And I think it was here that we had reached where we did talk about a survey that was done by a company called McKinsey Company in the year, say, 2016. And it is their prediction based on their research that by 2025 there'll be certain drastic changes, especially in the service sector. Finance and services would be the two sectors where it's going to say boom, and it will increase, especially in the developing countries, right? And it will be the growth would be of 10 to 12%, which is as big as that of an entire, say, economy of a small country like Germany. So this was the statistic thing that we had seen and we discussed. Now, from here, if you see, it's more like a biographical sketch. We'll see what say development cycle that they went through, especially these three passages, right? So if you'll see the way the company developed, and you'll see also the background of the person who is the founder of this one. So I just want some of you to help me say reading, and then we'll also discuss what the stuff is there. So let's say Lam Dorji. Lam?
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you please help me read this passage, the Sarma's company, first passage, this much.
Okay.
Yep.
Sharma's company, 197 Communications, which runs Paytm, was his second entrepreneurial venture. The first was something called XX, which built content management systems for the web that the Delhi College of Engineering students
started.
Students started while in his third year. He sold it not too long after for a tidy sum that helped start 197 in 2001.
Okay, so now we are told about how the company started, right? Now there are two things I want you to notice. One is this. It's a name of a company. What's the name of Sarma's company? It says 197 Communications. And this is another name. Is this also the name of a company? So what's the relation, let's say, of 191 Communications and Paytm? What do you think is the relation? Are they two separate companies? What are they?
Sir, I think 197 Communication Company made the path for Paytm.
Yes. So what is Paytm then?
Paytm is the upgrade or update form of 197 Communication Company, I think.
Okay, but what do you call Paytm? Is it a company?
Not a company, it's a service, sir.
Okay, service, or you can use the word product, right?
Yes,
Paytm
sir.
is a product that gives services, no doubt, but it's not a company. So that's the difference, the company and its product. So 197 is a company and its product is Paytm. Paytm is a product that gives services, financial services, right? So that we could see. Then, as the passage said, there was another company also, right? So first, something called Access, that was also they ventured. So that was second entrepreneurial venture. I'm sure you know the word entrepreneurial or enterprise, the term called enterprise. It's from the commerce and business field, the word enterprise. Do you know this term, enterprise? And from the derivative word you can see in the screen is called entrepreneurial. That is of or related to enterprise. That is entrepreneurial. Yeah. Do you know this term that is highlighted here for you? The entrepreneurial venture. That's the term. Yes. So what is it? Yes, Muhammad. What is it? It's called investment. That is what Muhammad Rashid said. Okay. Is it just investment? When you say an enterprise, do you see the tag enterprise after the names of companies? That is so and so enterprise. Did you notice that? Okay, let's look at the simple words such as venture. Do you know the word venture? Popular word is adventure. Adventure. Right? And this is also similar to that, called venture. So venture is something that you take risk. Right? So when you go to adventurous trip, there is no road. You may go to mountain, you may go to forest, where there is some risk involved, right? And same is the case with a business. When you invest, when you start a business, there is a risk involved, right? And that's why it is called venture, right? Or business venture, they say. So when you start a business, there is always a risk of losing your money, and that's why it is called venture, right? And here we are told that Mr. Sharma had not one but two such ventures. One was Paytm. That was actually his second venture, which was his first venture. His first venture was called XS. What the services that XS used to give? It used to give the services like build say content management system for the web, right? And that was in the Delhi, that is capital of India. That's the name of a city, which is capital of India. So there he was a college-going engineering student. Who was this college-going engineering student who started this company in the third year? What do you think this third year student was? Yes, Mr. Sharma himself. That means when he started this company, not first, second company, at that time he was in his third year of his college, right? He was a student when he started this. And of course, what he did later on is that he sold it. Which one? The second company he sold, right? He sold this company with tidy sum. Do you know this term? Tidy? What is tidy? What's a tidy? Literal meaning is clean, right? But here it cannot be say clean sum. It is a good amount that he received, good rewards that he received, and that he did because he wanted to build his company further, and that's what he did in 2001. Right, so you could see he did not find any investors. He had his own company, in fact, more than one company. In order to develop the second company, he sold the first one. Right, so that's what we get from him. So what biographical details did we notice? We noticed, excuse me, we noticed that he started his company when he was just a student, right? And he did not have one but more than one company. And in order to survive and in order to, let's say, develop his second company called Paytm, or a product called Paytm, he sold his first one, right? So that's what we are told. Now, a few more details about this boy, who was boy then, Mr. Sharma. His name is Vijay Shekhar Sharma. So a few more details you are given about him. Let's look at what he has to say. So now, if I can request somebody, Abdul Basit. Abdul Basit, are you there? Abdul? Abdul Basit, are you there? Can you hear me? I think Abdul Basit is not getting my voice, I guess. Okay, do we have Madhu Malki? Madhu Malki, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Madhu Malki, can you please help me read the second passage which is highlighted for you?
Okay, sir.
I hope it's visible to you clearly.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Please read it for us.
By then, he had transferred from a shy 15 years old from Aligarh in Uttar Pradesh, who could barely speak English. He had studied in a Hindi medium school, kept topping his class, and ended up his class 10 when he was just 12 to a starter, as he calls himself sometimes, with dreams of building something in India. His inspiration came from the story he read about Silicon Valley in used copies of business magazines.
Okay, so we are given a few more details about him, that he was 15. Of course, he transformed. You got the word transformed. Earlier, how was he? This is what we are told. He was just a 15-year-old, very shy. Right? I hope you know the meaning of shy. Shy. One who is not comfortable talking with strangers particularly. Right? So that's shy. So he was very shy. And for a business person, you cannot afford to be shy, but he was very shy. Then, of course, he transformed from shy to talkative, and of course. But initially, he was very shy. Aligarh is the name of a city in a state of India called Uttar Pradesh, right? One of the, say, very, say, big states of India, that is Uttar Pradesh. And Aligarh is one of the cities in the state called Uttar Pradesh. So he belonged to that place. He could barely speak English. This is interesting for some of you. Like some of you might also face English as a challenge, right? No social. Yeah, the shy means not social, but it's rather he's too shy to open up, right? Or he'll take time to mix up. That's shy, right? He'll not be the first to speak, so to say, right? So that's shy. Now you could see that he was not comfortable with English, especially about speaking English language. So that was he. He was from Hindi medium. Hindi is like kind of national language of India. Most people use Hindi in at least 3 to 4 major states of India, where Hindi as a language is used. And he studied in that, say, medium school. That it's not, English is not his comfort zone. And he, of course, not good with his English, but he was very good otherwise because he was topping, right? He stood first throughout. He used to stand first in the say classes, and you could see that he ended up clearing the 10th class, that is a board exam in India it is considered, and he did it interestingly at the age of 12, right, where rest of his classmates were usually elder to him. He started fast, he kept on topping, he kept on skipping the class in terms of getting ahead, which was an available option then. Now it is not possible, but then it was possible that you can do more than one class. Like if you are good, you can directly give the standard 4th or 5th. So that way he kept on skipping, and just at the age of 12, right? Usual age for a 10 plus boy would be 15, Understand this, because at the age of 5 you'll get the admission in first standard, and so by the time you complete your 10th you would be ideally 15 years old. But Vijay Shekhar Sharma was just 12 when he cleared his 10th class, right? So that's interesting. That's why he was younger in his class, right? He was already a younger person in his class. And then of course he had the dream of building something for India. From where did he get this dream? He got it from business magazines. So reading, right? We did discuss that reading would help you, right? So he was reading these magazines, but not the new published copies, but the used copies, right? The old copies, wherein he was reading about Silicon Valley. What is this Silicon Valley? You have any idea of Silicon Valley? Is it a name of a place, a company? What is it? It's a place, Ali Khal. So what is this place? Where is it? Silicon Valley. Is it in Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, India? Where is Silicon Valley?
Maybe India.
Is it in India? Oh, we did not know that. Anybody else? Have you heard the name of Silicon Valley? Oh, Rashidi said it's in California. So where is California? California must be in Bangladesh, isn't it? Rashidi? No, it is in USA, right? United States of America, right? So there is a place called Silicon Valley. And why it is called Silicon Valley? What this place is known for? Because it's a valley of, I hope all of you know, between two mountains, you'll find a V shape. That is called a valley. And this valley is called Silicon Valley. So what so special about the Silicon Valley?
I think it's special for silicon production maybe.
Okay, so what do you produce with the help of silicon? It's a material. Silicon is a material. So is it Silicon Manufacturing Valley? Is this what it means? What do you think?
Maybe they may use for making something. I don't know what exactly it means.
Okay. Okay, Rashidi, Nyan Saba, any idea of a silicon? Okay, so we have a student who said it manufactures chips.
Teacher, it's a global company. Yeah.
Global companies.
Yeah, that's services as a global center of high technology and innovation, I think.
And innovation. Yeah. Fine. So Fonseca told us they manufacture chips. So are they potato chips or banana chips? What kind of chips? I think potato chips. They are very popular in America also, isn't it? Okay, microprocessor. Right? So those are chips that are micro in size, very small in size, right? Which are used in computer systems, laptop systems. And the material that is used to make those chips is silicon, right? And that's what the industry is known for. That is all, IT companies, giants such as Google, such as Apple, right? Such as Sun. So there are many such, IT companies that are there in Silicon Valley. So that's the one place, one area where you have all these Microsoft giants, including newer, social media giants such as Facebook, right? All these companies are at one place called Silicon Valley, right? So this is the place, and there are stories available how Microsoft developed there, how Apple developed there, how later on Facebook and this Apple Macintosh and other things also developed there. So there are wonderful stories for entrepreneur and for technical giants also. So all these stories used to get published in the business magazines, right? And these magazines our 15-year-old shy boy from Aligarh used to read. And that reading helped him to dream to build something for India, right? So that's why the importance of reading in general, and specifically when you are at the early stage of your life, maybe in your high school, and definitely when you are in college. So that will help you to see what's going on around the world, and then you feel like contributing to one field or the other. But for that, you need to know what is going on. And reading, especially published reading, not something which you read on social media, because that's not authenticated, that's not edited, right? It will be random, and that's why not so authentic. But something that is published would be very, very authentic, and it will have something for you to understand and convince to do something, right? So that was our boy who was from very humble background. He was not very good with his English, but of course he was a very good student in other subjects other than English language, and he kept on reading. He was youngest one to join the engineering college later on. So what happened then? I would request some of you to help me there. So do we have Nyun Saba? Nyun Saba, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes, Nyun Saba. Can you please help me read the third passage that is highlighted for you?
Yeah,
Yeah, please go ahead.
yeah. 097 for a long time was a mobile marketing business with telecom customers.
Mhm.
Today, it replaced the pricing mobile wallet, or rather the pricing platforms. Perhaps it's no longer sufficient to call it a wallet. The
Okay.
wallet was launched in 2014, along with an online shopping marketplace that competes with Flipkart and Snapdeal.
Okay. Okay. So now, in case some of the students may not know, two companies that are referred here called Flipkart. Do you know Flipkart and Snapdeal? These are, let's say, kind of Indian versions of Amazon, right? So Amazon online, they sell say goods and all. So these are the Indian versions of say such online platforms for say shopping various things. So Snapdeal and Flipkart. So they had a tie-up with these, and then Paytm was a platform. Initially, it was not meant for wallet. Initially, it was just doing the marketing for tele customers. So that initially they were doing, but later on it developed as a mobile wallet. And of course, now you are told by the author, it's not just wallet now, right? It was, by the way, the first company that got recognition from RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, right? And this was the kind of an online bank, right, which was registered. Many other wallets are not registered, whereas this one was the first one to be registered in India, right? So that was a piece of information. It was launched in the year 2014, right? So that was the one. Now, I would request one more student to help us to read. If I can request Rashidi, Muhammad Rashidi, or Mahmood. What's your first name, Mahmood? What?
Yeah, teacher.
Yeah,
Which part?
I just want to confirm your name. What? How should I call you, Mahmood or Rashidi?
Both of them are right, teacher. Rashidi
Okay.
is
How
good.
do you want me to call you, Rashidi?
Rashidi,
Sure. So
yes.
Rashidi, please help us read this passage. I'll highlight for you this one.
Okay. Okay, and Paytm Cardo must become the easiest option to get through a typical day for any urban Indian from the moment they wake up to the time they hit the
Sack.
sock says sack, yeah. Says Renew Sate.
Renu Shakti. That's a name of a girl who is 35.
Yeah.
And who is she?
35 vice president of 197 and
Okay.
one of Sharma's longtime colleagues. She started out as head of HR at the Decade ago, but now run a big chunk of the core payment business.
Okay. So now this is what you are told. There is a phrase that you may not get called Paytm kar do. That is, do the Paytm, right? Or use the Paytm. That's the Hindi phrase which is used. So what they want is to make Paytm as say handy and user friendly as if it's your actual wallet. To make any purchase, you just use your actual wallet. The same way, Renu Sethi dreams of making for urban Indians, if not villagers, at least urban Indians, those who are living in the city area are known as urban people or urban Indians. So at least urban Indians should make themselves so comfortable with Paytm that they'll be using it like say normal. From where to where? So we are told from the moment they wake up till the time they hit the sack. The moment they wake up is morning, right? Usually people wake up in the morning.
Yes,
Is it the same with other countries also? In India, people wake up in the morning. Is it the same case with other countries?
yes, it's the same.
It's same. Oh, I
Yes,
thought
teacher.
India is special. People wake up in the morning. In other countries also, people wake up in the morning.
Yeah, the time
Yes,
of
sir.
wake ups are
Okay.
different.
Okay. So it's not such a different world, isn't it? So yes, you wake up, and then what do you do? In the morning, you wake up, and then a phrase used called "hit the sack." What is "hit the sack"? Can you see this? Hit the sack.
Time of sleep, teacher, I think.
Okay. So what? Why don't they say they go to bed? The phrase is used called from the moment you wake up to the time they hit the sack. It's an informal say way of saying to go to bed, right? What else do you say when you go to bed? What other expressions are there? Do you use the word sleep?
They think keep down, hit the hay.
Okay. At the end of day, what do you do? It's an idiom meaning going to bed to sleep. Yes, you're very, that's right. So that's a phrase, an informal one, where you say you go to bed, right? You don't use the word sleep. That's a different story. Usage wise, you better say I go to bed formally. Informal expression is given here in the text called hit the sack, right? To hit the sack means to go to bed. So that is from morning to say night. This managing president or vice president Renu wants Indian urban people to use it from morning to say night. So that's what Renu Sethi wants. She is 35, vice president of the company say 191, and one of the Sarma's long time. I think our friend misread this word. A college guy. They were studying together in the college. Is it the word college? What do you think? Sarma's long time, what?
No, sir, it's colleagues.
Colleagues. Yes, those who are working together, the word is colleague, right? So that's the one. So they are working together, and now she started out as a head a decade ago. That is, before 10 years she started, and now she runs a big chunk. That is, she is playing a very important role in the core payment business. Right? So the core payment business that Paytm does, she is playing a core role. So you can see that long-time association is a good idea for a business, and that's what you are told here. So that's the case. Now, last passage of the day that we'll discuss today would be this one. Yeah, I would request somebody, by choice, if somebody would like to read the last passage of the day.
Okay, sir.
Can I read, sir?
Okay, there are three of these, so I'll have to pick and choose. Okay, you ready? Would you like to try?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Mohammed, I'll take you in the next session. Is it okay with you?
Yeah, okay, sir.
You'll not go on a hunger strike, right?
Sati, a powerful combination of childlike enthusiasm and shrewd business acumen, carries an infographic in her head, which she can sketch out at the drop of a hat, marking out every possible scenario from dawn to dusk where one might use Paytm. Today, you can pay school fees with Paytm, she says. Several schools in Delhi and NCR have started to accept payments through Paytm.
Okay. So now this is what you are told, the additional information. When they started, we are told here in a few paragraphs before that the company came into existence just in the year 2014, right? And of course, it existed as a company from 2001, but it's only in the 2014 in the current format as a wallet, it came into existence. And then we are told here what this girl, Renu, her last name is Sati, a powerful combination. This is the description for her, how she looks like in the description. So look at these words. You are told she is a powerful combination of childlike enthusiasm. That is, she is very enthusiastic as a child. I'm sure you know the word enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. The word enthusiasm means
Excitement.
Excitement, yes, but as
Interest.
innocent as that of a child. Yes, anxious would have some amount of worry in it. For example, before the result of your exam would come, you are excited also and a bit worried also. So there you are anxious, right? The word you used is anxious for with worry, but enthusiasm is no worries, whole excitement, right? So that's enthusiasm, as innocent as a child. So that's the childlike enthusiasm. That's one. And she also has shrewd, say business acumen, right? So shrewd is very smart, cunningly smart, and acumen is the intelligence. She has the intelligence of this. So that means on one hand you have innocence, childlike innocence and enthusiasm. On the other hand, the shrewdness and the acumen, the excellence of a business person, right? So that's what Satya is. And she carries an infographic. This word might be new for some of us. What is infographic? It's made up of two words. Info, that is from information. Graphic is from a graph. And it's a combination of these two terms, info, graphic. So what do you think infographic is? That she has carries an infographic in her head. She's always having this infographic in her head. So what do you think is infographic? Consists of images and graphs. Very close, you're very. It's actually a graph that has all the information in it, right? Maybe a pie chart, maybe a table, maybe like this is the center, this is the investment, this is this, this is that. So such a chart which has some information, such a graph that carries certain information, and that's called infographic, right? So that's infographs. The moment you say, okay, this is Paytm, this is investment, this is the customer, this is the urban, this is the rural. So all this information in a tabular or in a chart or maybe in the graph form when you have, that's called infographic. So it will be there in her head, which she can sketch out at a drop of hat. At a drop of hat. Now what this at the drop of hat? That is very quickly, right? That's part of a movement. Very quickly she can do that. That means it's on her fingertips. She is ever ready with any piece of information on her business. So she is all set and updated for her. Marketing out every possible scenario, every possible situations from dusk to dawn or dawn to dusk. It is the similar line that was used here, morning till you hit the sack. That is, by the time you wake up and up to the time you go to bed. Similarly, from dawn to dusk, these two terms are used for early morning and late evening, right? So that's dawn is the part of the day before the sun rises, early morning, and dusk is after the sun rises and before it is pitch dark like a night. So that period is called dawn and dusk, right? some amount of light you can see before the sunrise, and you still have some certain amount of dim light after the sun sets. So these two phases of time of the day are called dawn and dusk. That is, from early in the morning till late night, you might use Paytm. So what are the situations where you can use Paytm? So it's in her head, right? And this is what she has to say, that today you can pay school fees with Paytm, which is now very common, but we are talking about 2016. Remember, this article was published in 2016. So then it was a revolution that you can pay your school fees with Paytm. And of course, then there were some schools in NCR in Delhi. Delhi is the capital of India, and nearby industrial area is called NCR. So these are the very posh area where it was for the first time that certain schools started accepting fees through Paytm, right? So that was the case where Sati is sharing that this is the scope to which it can go. So from here, we'll start in the next session. In the meantime, I just want to give a small assignment to all of you. This is also infographic. We are talking about infographic. This is the example of infographic. Can you see this? So it has information, right? So who owns, say, how much of Paytm? So you are given this graph, and you are given some information. So this is an example of infographic. Can you see this? So this is infographic, right? It's there, I guess, in your one. So this is also infographic. You can see this is also infographic. When how they started in 2001 and where they have reached when this article was published in the year 2016. Could you see that? Right. So that's the one. Now, I just want to give you a task from this page, that is page number 3 onwards. I want you to read and come prepared. What I'm going to ask you would be about 2 things. There are 2 terms that I'm sure you know called facts and opinions. Sure you know these 2 terms, facts and opinions? Did we discuss these 2 terms? Yep, we have come across this. So wonderful. So the fact would be that the company was started or established in 2014. That's a fact, right? And let's say in the last sentence that we discussed, where, for example, today you can say pay your school fees with Paytm. Is it fact or opinion?
It's an opinion, sir.
Read again. Read again. Today you can pay school fees, or you can pay school fees with Paytm. What
It's a fact.
It's a fact, right? If you want, you can, right? Let's say, what about this statement? Several schools in Delhi and NCR have started to accept payments through Paytm. Is it a fact or opinion?
It's a fact.
This is a fact. So schools announced that now we will accept the fees through this one, right? Now, what about this one? What Renu said, this is her statement, this is her observation. So what do you think this? And Paytm must become easiest option to get through a typical day for any urban Indian from the morning they wake up and up to the time they hit the sack. Is it a
An
fact?
opinion.
It's an opinion.
Opinion, sir. Opinion.
It's a wish. It's a desire. It's expectation, but not the fact. Right? So did you notice the difference?
Opinion.
It is an opinion. It's a wish that she wanted
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Right? So now if you look at, let's say just the next sentence, what about this statement? Is it a fact or an opinion?
It's a fact.
Fact.
Right?
It's a fact, sir.
So, yes, this is how she started and this is what she is doing now. It's a fact. Right? So this way, I want you to read the rest of the passages and sentences. That which one do you think is a fact? Right? So if you read, let's say this one, this first statement, let's see. Read and tell me if it is a fact or not.
It's a fact.
Okay. So that you can see there is a QR code sticker that's there at the canteen, right? There are say a couple of say wooden tables that are key. Then of course there is a particular terrace that's there which is used for dining floor. So that's there. So this is information, a factual information, right? So that way if you read, you will see a different meaning in these sentences. That is it a fact one? If it is a fact, you don't need to disagree because you cannot disagree, right? And then when you read that it should become, say, number one option for urban Indians to pay from the time they wake up and time they go to bed, right? Or the same one you can see okay, all these things you can see, right? So there are the combination of facts and opinion, right? And there'll be facts and suggestions, facts and arguments, facts and the other combinations that we shall see, right? So I want all of you to come up with a reading of the rest of the thing that we have. Fine. So that's all for today. Very
Sir,
quickly. Yes, lab.
shall we read
Lab?
just page 3 and observe these rules on it?
I'm not getting your question. Can you please repeat?
Sir, you told us that for tomorrow you are going to make sure that which one is fact and opinion, yes? These sentences.
Yes.
We should read just page 3 or the pages that we read it before also.
I don't know how many pages in total are not more than, I think, 6 pages. We are already on the 3rd page, right? So you may read all 3 pages. Yes. I mean, it will help you to understand the discussion that we are having, right? So it's best if you read the entire article. It will help us to understand, and you will also be ready with your questions in case you have, right? So that way it will help us to do it faster. So it's requested to all of you, go through the entire passage with this question in your head. Is it a fact or not fact? If it is not fact, it could be more than one. It could be opinion, it could be something else. But is it a fact or not? That's what you need to ask each and every sentence. And it will be a good read, I'm sure. Fine? Okay.
Thanks, sir.
So, sure. So now very quickly, we'll take the attendance. I think this is not here. Okay, Zalalem, do we have Zalalem in the class?
Hello, sir. Yes.
Okay, Abdul Basit. Abdul Basit is there. Abdul Basit was there, but
yes, sir, I'm here.
You're there. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, Bilal.
But he's a good connection, sir.
He's in different group, right? Okay. Shawik is also in the different group. We have Bimal Rai. Bimal Rai. No. Samuel. Nahom Samuel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Glenn, I think, is in SPS, right? Glenn.
Sir, is there my name is there or not?
Who are you?
Ahsanullah Alayhin.
Yeah, it will come. It will not come at the end. Then he'll remind me. Okay. Nadini.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have Christopher. Christopher is not there today. Okay, Lucy, I think, is in SPS. Diana is also in SPS. Diana. Okay, Ibrahim Isaac. Ibrahim Isaac. Okay. Halisel Akele. Halisel Akele. No. Then Maya. Maya. Okay, then Madhu Malki. Madhu Malki.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Faustin. Faustin. No. Farhat. Farhat. Samdi. No. Lam Dorji. Lam Dorji. Lam Dorji was there, I guess. Lam, are you there? Okay. Robin Singha. Robin Singha. Robin, are you there? Sudipta Sarkar. Sudipta Sarkar. Okay. Muhammad Abdul Rahim. Muhammad
Yes, sir.
Abdul
Yeah.
Rahim. Yes. Okay. Then we have Hawa Fosike Dinithi.
Yes, sir.
What's your first name?
Diniti Devmini.
How should I call you? Dinithi is fine.
Devmini is fine, sir.
Dinithi, I can call you Dinithi.
Okay.
Fine. Okay, so that was Dinithi. Now, any student in BBA whose name is not here?
Teacher, yes, Mahmudullah Rashidi is there or not?
Mahmood. Okay. Mahmood, what's your last name?
Rashidi, teacher.
Okay. Rashidi. And do you know your number, enrollment number?
Yes.
Okay.
I will write it on checkbox, teacher.
Sure. I'll add it here. Okay. Anybody else in BBA? No. Okay. So let me now go to BCom. In BCom, we have Yoveri. Yoveri. Okay. Yoveri was there, I guess. Okay. Penjor. Oh. Martin Aroni. Martin Aroni. No. Nyokabi, are you there? Okay. Matungo or Mutango.
I'm here, sir.
Okay. And Nyansaba.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, Nyansaba is there. Yes. Any other student who is there in BCom and is not in my list? BCom?
Yeah, we are in BCom.
Yeah, and if your name has not come, you can tell me your name.
You say?
You can type your name also here in the chat so that I can enter.
Yeah, in checkbox.
Yes, in the checkbox, you write your name and enrollment number. I'll add and also mention BCom or BBA, whatever class you belong.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Muhammad Rashid did. Nyan Saba did. Where have you written? In the chat box? Nyan Saba is there. Did you write your name in the chat box? I could see last was...
I write it.
Okay, did you press and enter? Because it has not come yet. Last was Rashidi. Did you enter?
Before Rashidi, before last one, Nyon Sabat Sheri.
Okay, Nyan Sabatheri, I think her name came. It's there. BCom, right?
Yeah,
Nyan Saba
BCom.
is there. Yeah. Remember your number is 56. Last two digits of
58.
your...
58.
Okay, okay.
58.
Yes, 58. It's there. It's there. You said yes, I put yes. So your name is already there in the list.
Okay.
Right? So Nyan Sabha is there. Yes.
Yeah,
Anybody
thanks.
else? Sure, sure. Most welcome. Anybody else? Mohammed Rashidi has come. Nadine has come. Right. So we are done. That's all for today. See you in the next session.